Welcome to HELO, a helicopter flight training simulation. We can start by selecting Helicopter Overview. Welcome to Helicopter Overview. Here you will learn the specialties of helicopter, different types of helicopters, and various uses of them. The helicopter has many advantages over other aircrafts. Some of them are mentioned as follows. Helicopter can hover at a position unlike any other aircraft. Free degrees of freedom. It can move in any of the 3 perpendicular directions at a time. It can turn around instantaneously without wasting much fuel. There are many types of helicopters. Some of the helicopters with different rotor mechanism are as follows. Traditional helicopter rotor consists of a main rotor and a tail rotor. Without tail rotor, the helicopter will rotate around itself. Coaxial rotor consists of 2 main rotors, rotating opposite to each other, which cancels the torque produced by each other. Tandem rotor helicopter has 2 main rotor systems, one at the front and other at the back. Tilt rotor is capable of both vertical lift as well as horizontal propulsion depending on the tilt of the rotors. Helicopters play crucial role in many operations. Some of the major uses of helicopters are as follows. Helicopter can be used as air ambulance in medical emergencies. Helicopters are used for attack, defense, and to carry troops in military operations. Police use helicopters for quick pursuits and suspect tracking. Search and rescue helicopters are used to rescue people from remote areas, which is very difficult to reach by other means. Congratulations on completing the helicopter overview session. You can explore the helicopter components now. Welcome to HELO, a helicopter flight training simulation. We can start by selecting a cockpit is the area from which a pilot controls the aircraft. It contains flight instruments on an instrument panel, and the controls that enable the pilot to fly the helicopter. The airframe, or fundamental structure, of a helicopter can be made of either metal, wood, or composite materials, or combination of the two. Skids are a very light landing gear system where the shock absorption is built in. Landing gear systems are composed of heavy pistons, tires, brakes, and are usually reserved for medium and large helicopters. The main rotor is the combination of several rotor blades with a control system that generates the aerodynamic lift and the thrust for forward flight. The engine is Lycoming O360, 4-cylinder, carburetor-equipped engine fueled with 100L grade aviation gasoline. This 145 horsepower engine is derated to 131 horsepower for 5 minutes at takeoff and 124 horsepower for continuous operation. The transmission system transfers power from the engine to the main rotor, tail rotor, and other accessories. The main components of the transmission system are the main rotor transmission, tail rotor drive system, clutch, and gear unit. The tail rotor provides a counteracting force to the helicopter's main rotor, without which main rotor would spin the helicopter's body in the opposite direction. The tail rotor also allows the pilot to steer the helicopter around its vertical axis by adjusting the pitch of the rotor blades. Welcome to the helicopter safety check session. Let's start by checking if the seatbelt is on. Turn on the fuel switch, which is highlighted in between the seats. Turn off the collective friction knob, which is highlighted near the base of joystick. Turn off the rotor brake, which is highlighted on the top of head space. Check if the throttle is free to rotate. Grab the throttle to rotate it. Turn off the carburetor switch, which is highlighted near the base of cyclic. Turn on the mixture switch, which is near the base of cyclic. Switch on the landing lights, which is below the instrument panel. As highlighted, disengage clutch, which is below the instrument panel. Switch on the governor button, which is on the throttle. Reset the throttle by turning it back to initial position. Turn on the battery switch, which is near the instrument panel. Turn on the strobe switch, which is near the instrument panel. Turn on the ignition key, which is near the instrument panel. Now engage the clutch, which is near the instrument panel. Set up the rotations per minute, so that the engine and rotor rotate synchronously. You can turn the throttle extreme right to do so. Turn on the alternator switch, which is near the battery switch. Take the headset in front of you and put it on. Switch on the radio button, which is below the battery switch. Altitude, 139 feet above sea level. Air pressure, 16 milligrams. Once the engine is ready, it alerts by buzzing, and the low RPM light goes off. Congratulations, you can proceed to fly the helicopter in main control session. Welcome to helicopter main control session. The four main controls are throttle, collective, cyclic or joystick, and anti-torque pedals. For better understanding, the screen above instrument panel gives an external view of helicopter movement according to each control. Click on the screen to continue. The collective helps to incline the rotor blade angles such that the rotor can generate enough thrust to lift the helicopter. Lift the collective upwards and observe the alignment of rotor blades. After lifting, put it back to normal position. Now turn the throttle extreme right, to set RPM to 105%. And lift the collective slowly to observe the helicopter lift movement. Drop the collective slowly, up to highlighted mark, to neutralize the lift movement so that the helicopter can hover at a height. The side click or joystick helps to control the helicopter in forward and sideward hovering movements. Grab the right handle of side click and move it forward or backward to see the lateral movement of helicopter. Anti-torque pedals pitches the tail rotor movement. The thrust provided by the tail rotor helps the helicopter to rotate. Move the left controller joystick button to observe the anti-torque pedal movement along with the rotation of helicopter. Congratulations on successfully completing the main control session. You may continue to enjoy the flight.